Hey everyone, I've got another awesome lock here for you today. This one came out of the bucket of locks, and this is one of the ones that's Den Brass sent me. Den Brass, thank you very much for the Frustrator 2000. I'm going to go ahead and go on the record and say that it is a frustrating lock. But I've gotten it picked twice now out of about, I'd say 15 attempts. So it's definitely worth the name. Pretty tough little lock. So Den Brass, thanks for sending this to me. I like hard locks. You guys can see it is locked up. And hard locks just are a little bit more fun. We'll click off of 3, little 4, little off 5, and a little bit off of, I think, 6. Nothing on 1, tiny click off of 2, tiny click off of 3, tiny click off of 4. And I think I've already overset something. So, 1, nothing on 2. Tiny click off of 3. 4. This particular American lock, I normally like to go with a medium tension on these, but this one is just requiring the lightest tension. A little tiny click off of 1. And actually, I am having to play with my tension a little bit here too. Looks like pin 6 wants to be picked. There's a little click out of 6. Oh, I thought I had it open there for a second. Looks like pin 1 is back down. There we go. Open off of 1, and I just now realized I barely had that thing in frame. Looking at the back of my hand most of the time. But that's what happens when I set the camera off to the side like that. Alright, so let's go ahead and gut this thing and have a good look of what's in it. Grab my Phillips screwdriver. And it does have an anti-bypass in it, so there we go. Alright, these I'm generally able to get off fairly easily with a standard screwdriver. What you do, just back that part of the moon clip up to the center. If you can, here we go. Just back it up to the center, flip it around, drop it, go around to the other side, and push, and it comes right off. Okay, I don't have a half moon, so I'm going to actually need the key to turn it the other way. I'm going to shim it. Maybe. Okay, yep, it went in all the way. And I'm going to use my American follower. Alright, you can see that all 6 pins are in and working. 2 is a pretty good trap, considering 3 is real short right behind it. I'm definitely seeing a little bit of magic in here too, some threads. So standard, 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 and standard. And when I'm saying standard, these are the standard pins for American locks. They are all serrated. And you see threads on every single chamber. Alright, so let's see what's on the top. I've got a standard spool, serrated, a pin that is currently stuck, oh no, it's not stuck, it's just that weak of a spring. Spring 2, spring 1, or let me go ahead and knock the spring out of 1 too. One's got a steel spring. And they're all serrated here so far as well. Got serrated. Yeah, I thought that came out there with a little bit of force. Double springs. And this one had some pressure behind it too. I bet it might have another spring. Okay, am I missing a pin? Nope, I'm not missing a pin. There's actually still a pin in chamber 5. That's actually kind of odd. There was 2 springs in chamber 6. That's why it shot out so hard. Chamber 5 didn't even have a spring, but I imagine it probably did originally. It would be my guess. But since this is the way I actually took it apart, then that's the way it's going to go back together. Let's go ahead and look at the Bible. And yep, I see threads on everything. So just adding threads to pretty much a standard American lock pinout, except for the driver on pin 1, which is a master lock spool. Made a big difference. Well, even with changing the spring tensions, that made a big difference as well. Pretty tough little lock. I'm pretty happy with it. So here's a good look at the pins. All standard serrateds down below. All standard security pins up top. One's a master lock spool, serrated, 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 serrated spool, which is an American lock spool, and then serrated. A steel spring in 1, a normal spring in 2, a very, very tiny spring in 3, two springs in 4, there was no spring in 5, and then a double spring in chamber 6. So this one definitely had a totally different feel than I was used to. Den Brass, thanks for sending me this awesome lock. I really appreciate it. And everyone else, please stay safe. Don't do anything illegal. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe.